Hey, what's up? Danny West here from DannyWest.photo, and welcome to another exciting tutorial where we will looking at creating a vintage feel to your photographs. Now, just a heads up, this is going to be a very basic tutorial using adjustment layers, and there's really nothing to it, but I know that brides love it. I know that people on Instagram love it. So, hey, who knows? Maybe you can apply it to your own photograph sometime. Alright, here we go. Now the only adjustment layer that I'm going to use, if you don't have this adjustment layer, adjustment window open, just go to window and just scroll down to adjustments and just see that it is actually ticked on. Then it will automatically pop up like that, or it will come onto the side and will come like that. I do love to keep it like this because it minimizes the workflow, like going around and around. Alright, now having layers selected, adjustment layers, and also another quick trick is the fourth one from the right hand side. There is just click and drag up, and there is all your adjustments that are going on. Now the one that we're going to be using is levels. Just click on levels. Now levels is very easy. It is gives you a little bit of a histogram. All your lowlights is on this side, your midtones on this side, and your highlights on this side. You can add your own value, so this is perfect if you want to jot something down and just have it on the side to create it and put it to each and every photograph. For instance, if you're doing a wedding, this is a great way to remember the settings that you had on the previous one, just to create that same feel. You know, consistency is key. Alright, so without further ado, then you've got your presets. You can actually darken, increase contrast, and all that type of things. I never use it. I just keep it on default. Then you've got your RGB. Now RGB is your, if you got it's your basically it's your color channels. So if you've got RGB all selected, it's basically your darker and your lighter colors. But you can go down, and this is where all the magic happens. You can go into reds, you can go into your greens, you can go even into your blues, and this is all that's going over there. Now you've also got your auto. Now your auto is basically the computer or Photoshop determines what is your highlights and your lowlights. I'm not exactly sure like what it does or how it computes, but basically if you go into auto, it determines the auto contrast. For instance, if you got your RGB, and luckily my contrast is pretty good, so I didn't really do anything, just Command Z. So what I'm going to do to create that vintage feel is I'm going to go into our blues, and all I'm going to do is just push my lowlights with the blue just a little bit higher. You can already see all the darker areas gets bluer as I push this up. About 85 should be good. Alright, let's go 85. Great. Now, to create a little bit more of yellow, because our previous image had quite a yellow, I'm just going to take the highlights up and push it into the yellows. Well, push it closer to the blues. So this is, 220. Let's just round it off. And there you've got it. I mean, it's very simple, and I'm just going to see how I've matched it. Okay, obviously there's a little bit more of contrast in the last one. So what I'm going to do is just go back into my levels and just up that one. All my lower lights, all my shadows, I just crush it slightly. All right. Man, that's pretty close. I've also got a little bit of red going on. But I'm not going to go and match it completely. But if you wanted to, you can go into, and I see it's a little bit more of the highlights. So I'm rather going to use this than this. Well, you can use this for midtones, but rather not, hey? Leave it on 1. 1 is your default, 0 to 55. Right, so I'm just going to push this slightly up. It's close enough-ish. Okay, there's just a lot more reds. And for instance, if you don't want to add that, just go with on your mask selected, and you don't want it to affect certain areas, for example the glasses, which I don't think this is necessary, but just for the sake of it, with your brush tool selected, opacity on 100, just go and paint it out wherever you'd like. For instance, that over there, but then you've got skin tones. But you see the idea. Oh my goodness, that is horrible. So yeah, that is it for levels. I mean, it doesn't really get any more intense than this. So thank you for watching, and hope you guys enjoyed it. If you liked it, please subscribe, share the love, and I hope to see you guys next time. Till then, ciao.